5 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's gone. All right, so you're sitting at 1.7 million.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll try it again, and I'll try to be more cognizant of that. All right,
No,
here
you're
we go.
good.
Switching. 129 was the first one, so we'll just stick with that. 129 was my first crit, because Optimus, it's just going to keep going up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then I switched the chest piece from Walker Harris to, hey, Walker Harris. Change the backpack from Sokolov Concern to Sokolov Concern. Put on my 2 crit damage mods since I'm still in the DZ. There's that one, and then my other crit damage mod. I think I'll just leave all this in here just so people can see. It's the exact same thing. Oh, that's the Hunter's Fury. There it is. Alright, so again, Walker Harris chest piece, Sokolov Concern backpack. This time I'm running Adrenaline Rush with Intimidate, and I still have a blue on my holster and a blue on my backpack. Alright, this time I don't have to switch weapons, I can just shoot you. What was my first crit? Do you remember?
129,000.
129. I'm at 111. So that's 9,000 difference in the Dark Zone. I'm at 112. Alright, let me try that again. First bullet. 111. 111.6. Okay, that was my first crit. 111.6. So then switch back. You guys can see right here, Walker Harris Intimidate. Maxed out. It's God rolled actually for a God rolled Walker Harris Gunslinger. And then again, Sokolov Concern. I've got crit chance on there, and that's it. So then I switch over here to this Sokolov Concern, and you can see it only has crit chance. So I'm not doing anything different. I'm even putting on the exact same mods. So this build is pretty much the exact same. Just a little bit of crit differences, but that's not going to change your numbers by that much. By the small amount that I'm doing here. And there you go. So then back to Gunslinger Versatile. That one was 111.6. Here we go. Oop, hold on. That wasn't the... Alright. That's supposed to be from your primary to your secondary. My bad. Or vice versa. Alright, here we go. So 111.6 was with Intimidate. Switching. Here we go. 129.7. So that's 18.6 or 18.1 more.
Mm-hmm.
Try it again. So here's my Eagle Bearer. Wait for my procs to go away. You can see the indicators there on the bottom screen. Switch back over. Here we go. Oh, hold on. I need to get a crit. Oh, my gunslinger went away. Dang it, man. It's very tricky when testing this, because you don't want to give the audience the wrong information. Wait for Versatile to go away. Here we go. 130.5. 130.5. And that's with Versatile and Gunslinger. And then we'll switch it again. So Walker Harris God rolled 4. Walker Harris God rolled. See it right there. Versatile with crit chance. Switching it out for Adrenaline Rush with crit chance. And actually my Intimidate build has more crit chance than my Optimus build, or than my Gunslinger build. You guys can see I'm putting the exact same mods on. The exact same mods from the exact same pieces. Scroll down. I think it's this one. Yep. There we go. And then here it is again. Walker Harris Intimidate. Go back to my vector. Then 111.6. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same every time I use this. 111.6. The exact same. So the Gunslinger Versatile hits way harder than the Intimidate. You just have to time it right make sure that you have the build set up and you're good to go. It does hit harder than Intimidate. I'm showing you guys right here. I'm even using 2 blues, using the exact same mods, and yeah, it's the exact same outcome. Try it one more time. Put this mod back on the gunslinger. Since I'm rogue, I can't just do this myself. And there we go. One more time. Thank you, Gold God of Death, for being my blast dummy. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
He does have a YouTube channel, so check him out. Hey, you God of Death. All right, here we go. Versatile has just messed up, so switching. 129.7. That was first bullet. And then, okay, that's without my gunslinger. So 129.7 versus 111.6. So 129.7, 111.6. So that's 18.1 per bullet. On a vector, that's dumb. Try it again. Versatile is almost done. And one more time. So 111.6 with Intimidate. Yeah, it's not even close. It's a whole nother ballpark. So there you guys go. That is your proof in the dark zone. We are in the invaded dark zone, and we are testing Gunslinger Versatile versus Adrenaline Rush Intimidate. Exact same setup, exact same weapon. I'm just doing the first crit that comes out of the weapon. Showed you guys there. I even have the scrolling combat text so that you can see the numbers side by side. So it hits for 102k more in the range and in PVE, but in PVP it hits what was that, 18.1 more per bullet. So 102k more in PVE and then 18.1k more in PvP. And that's because if you go to Versatile and you switch over the stats from PvP or from PvE to PvP, you can see right there where it says on the right side of your screen, 25% amplified damage for shotguns and SMGs. But if I switch over to PvE, it shows 35% amplified damage. So what I just showed you guys is that Versatile and Gunslinger hits way, way harder than Intimidate. You just have to actually play it right. Make sure you're switching your weapons, make sure you're playing it smart, and you can actually hit way, way harder than Intimidate builds. So whenever you hear other people saying Intimidate's the only way to go, it's the hardest hitting build in the game, it's not. They just don't know how to play any other way. But alright, hey, you God of Death, thank you again, sir. And I will catch you guys in the build breakdown. How much armor do you have? Let's see.
1.7.
Let's see how much armor AU God of Death has. Alright, he's sitting at 1.7. You guys want to see something cool? You have a shield, God of Death? Alright, let's see. 1 mag. Here we go. Woo! Almost. That was dumb. Look at your armor regen. That's nice. That's real nice. But alright, guys. Kamikazevondoom. Shout out to the DoD. And let's get into the build breakdown. Yup. Today's video is brought to you by dving.net. So dving.net gives you the service to where they can boost your count within any of these game titles. You can see Call of Duty, Destiny, Overwatch, StarCraft, and much more. For example, let's go to Division 2. You can get exotics, weapons, raids, boost your watch level, summit floor boost, and hunter mask. So just click on any of these, add it to the cart, and apply that coupon. So go to checkout, go to apply coupon, and type in Kamikaze. Kamikaze is your coupon. You go to apply, and there you go. You get 15% off. If you have any questions at all, you can contact their support chat in the bottom right hand of your screen. And yeah, there you go. Thank you to dving.net, and back to the video. What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now thank you guys for sitting there and watching me test this in both PVE and PVP. You guys can see that this build combination hits harder than Intimidate with Adrenaline Rush. So for all of you running that Intimidate meta, there is a build out there that can hit harder. I just showed you guys that in the firing range where it hits 102,000 per bullet more. And I also showed you in the DZ where it hits for 18.1k more. Now, there's no real special rhyme or reason for that. It's just you're doing a lot more additive damage to go with your amplified damage, where in Intimidate it's just amplified on amplified, which is fine. It's very, very strong. But what I'm doing in this build combination is I'm giving you more additive damage to then boost up your amplified damage. I know a lot of you might be confused, scratching your heads about that. What it is multiplicative damage and additive damage are, they're two different things. However, if you mix and match them in the right combination, you can really do some wonderful stuff. So, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom for not only helping me test this, but, get me to make this build. It's pretty cool. I did make a build like this a few patches back, and after they nerfed this talent, I kind of put it away for a second, but I knew that I would bring it back, and here we are. So let's get into it. So this is my versatile gunslinger Hunter's Fury build. I'm nicknaming this thing the Tombstone because no matter what, people die whenever I use this build. I have long distance and I have short distance damage with the Eagle Bearer and the Vector, and switching back and forth with that gunslinger and versatile, it just helps out both builds even more. Especially though for this Vector, because once I'm up close and personal, I get that Hunter's Fury to proc, and I'm on to the races. So here she is. This is the 4-piece Hunter's Fury with the gunslinger backpack and versatile, or gunslinger chest piece and versatile backpack. Now starting with the specialization. You can actually use whatever specialization it is you want. There's no real rhyme or reason for me to use anything crazy. So what I do is I choose the gunner specialization. What it does is it gives me armor on kill, which it kind of helps out my Hunter's Fury, which also gives me armor on kill. Not only that, but it gives me bonus armor every time I pop my armor kit, and I get this really nifty riot foam grenade. So that's why I'm using the gunner specialization. You can use whatever it is you want. There's really no, real specialization you have to use. Now going for my weapons. I did all the tests and everything with this exact same Vector. So I'm using the Vector 45 ACP. This one's at 93k damage, and it's God rolled, meaning it has max SMG damage, max crit chance, and max crit damage. It also has the talent Optimist, so weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing. And using the Vector with 1200 RPMs and a 45 round magazine, it is very, very easy to get this Optimus to its fullest potential very quickly. Now, going to my secondary, I'm using the Eagle Bearer. Reason being is the more you shoot it, the more accurate it is, and I'm using it for long distance, so I want that accuracy. You can use whatever whatever AR you want. I would probably recommend using the FAMAS, or maybe like a P416, M4, or even the PDR. The PDR is still a lot of fun as well. The only thing is that all these different weapons have different, they all have different, what's the word I'm looking for, recoil patterns. They have different recoil patterns. So like the FAMAS shoots a hell of a lot quicker than the PDR, the P416 shoots a little bit different than the M4, and so on and so forth. So if you're not going to use the Eagle Bearer, I would just say test out the other ARs and see which one fits your playstyle. But for me, it's the Eagle Bearer. And this one's at 106k total damage, and that's with 15% assault rifle damage, 19.5 health damage, and 10% headshot damage. Going to my sidearm, it's the TDI Custom. I'm not really using the sidearm, so again, you can use whatever it is you want. The 2 stars of this build are my Vector and my Eagle Bearer, because I'm constantly switching back and forth to get the Gunslinger and the versatile talents procced. So the sidearm doesn't really matter with this build because you have to use your primary and your secondary. So there it is. Those are your weapons, nothing crazy. Now, as far as the mods I use for this Vector, I have not changed them at all. They're all crit damage. So crit damage on the optic, crit damage for the grip, and crit damage for the flash hider. Now, looking at the build, I am running 2 blues. I've reached out to a lot of you in my comment section and on Twitter and asked, what's a comfortable armor amount that you guys run, because I typically run all reds just because I run very aggressive playstyle with a lot of damage. However, a lot of you reached out and said, hey man, can you do something with more armor? That way I can just copy and paste the exact same build. And here you go. 1.1 million armor for me personally is a good little sweet spot. I'm not super tanky, but I'm not super squishy. So just throw 2 blues on there and you should be fine. Now, looking at the build overall, I am using 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, 1 piece of Walker Harris & Co., and 1 Sokolov Concern. Looking at the mask, Hunter's Fury mask. Now the Hunter's Fury brand or gear set bonus that I get from this, for 2 pieces, I get the shotgun and SMG damage bonus of 15%. For 3 pieces, I get that armor on kill, which helps the gunner's specialization armor on kill. And then I also get 100% health on kill. Now I'm using this for the 4-piece. And once you have 4 pieces on, you unlock the talent Apex Predator. So enemies that are within 15 meters will receive a debuff. This will amplify your weapon damage by 20%. So I'm getting amplified damage from this and from my backpack that is versatile. And then you add that with the additive damage from my Gunslinger talent. That's how I'm getting all these stupid high numbers. So killing a debuffed enemy will do a disorient effect to other enemies within 5 meters, and then that'll amplify your damage even more. I didn't even get into that part of it because in PvP, you're not really using the 4-piece for the disorient. You're using the 4-piece for that amplified initial damage. If you can disorient other players and get more damage, that's just, the cherry on top. But for me personally, you want to really utilize that 20% amplified damage to all targets within 15 meters. Not only that, but 15 meters, that's the mark that you get the versatile proc for your Eagle Bearer. So if they are anything further than 15 meters, you use your eagle bearer and you mow them down at range. However, once they start to push you, they get into that 15-meter radius, you will see the Hunter's Fury little symbol pop up as an indicator, and in that way you switch to your vector and you're getting the amplified damage from the backpack, you're getting the amplified damage from Hunter's Fury, and you're getting the additive damage from the gunslinger. So you're starting to see where all these wheels are turning, and you can hit harder than Intimidate. So that is the gear set bonuses. Going at the mask, it is God rolled. So I have max weapon damage, max crit damage, and then for the mod, again, max crit damage. Looking at the backpack, this is my versatile backpack. It's Sokolov Concern, so the brand set bonus I get 10% SMG damage. Now for the core attribute, I rolled a blue on there just so I can be a little tankier, so 170k armor. As far as the other attributes, I have explosive resistance at 6.4 and crit chance at 4.1. And then for the mod slot, a maxed out crit damage mod. Now versatile, this is different in PVE and PVP. So it is a lot stronger in PVE. Reason being is the shotgun and SMG part of versatile was nerfed a few patches back. And what it's been nerfed to, let me show you. So this is PVE, and it says amplifies total weapon damage for 10 seconds, swapping between your primary and secondary weapons if they are different. They have to be different. So for shotgun and SMGs, it's 35% amplified damage within 15 meters. So 15 meters is the same amount of, distance for your Hunter's Fury to proc. So whenever your Hunter's Fury procs, you know that this versatile will proc for your SMG. So whenever someone's running at you, you see the Hunter's Fury indicator, switch over to your SMG and mow them down. Pretty simple. Now then it also shows 35% for rifles and marksman rifles, and then 10% for LMGs and LMGs and ARs. So this is the PVE version. Let me show you the PVP version. Boom. So everything is the exact same except for the shotgun and SMGs are now 25% instead of 35%. So this is why I tested it at the range to show you that it hits for over 102,000 more per bullet. And then I also showed you in the dark zone, in the invaded dark zone, to show you that it hits for over 18.1k more per bullet. So just know that even with the nerf, it still hits harder than Intimidate. So just know that. It does. I showed you. Now, going to the chest piece. This is the Walker Harrison Co. chest piece with Gunslinger. So the Walker Harrison Co. brand set bonus I get from this build, 5% weapon damage. For the attributes, I have max weapon damage, max crit damage, and max status effects. I don't really want the status effects, but I rolled the talent. I did not roll the attribute. And then of course for the mod slot, I have a max crit damage mod. Now here we are with the Gunslinger. So Gunslinger, weapon swapping increases total weapon damage by 20% for 5 seconds. So let me just stop right there. I'll repeat. It says increases total weapon damage. That is a additive buff. That is not an amplified or a multiplicative buff. So this is where you get the additive bonus to up your amplified bonus. It's a lot of math, and I just hope you guys are following along. Now, this 5 seconds, this is the crucial part of the entire build, because if I go to Hunter's Fury, this is forever procced as long as I'm within 15 meters. So I don't have to worry about that. If I go to Versatile, it says it's only amplified for 10 seconds. So for Versatile, I have 10 seconds to do whatever I want. However, with Gunslinger, I only have 5 seconds. So you have to get your kills, do everything within the 5 seconds of switching your weapon, because that's when you get all the extra damage buff. So just remember that 5 seconds from you switching your weapon, you need to get those kills. So timing is everything. And then let's put it back. There we go. Hunter's Fury gloves. These ones, max weapon damage and max crit chance. Go down on the knee pads. Hunter's Fury, max weapon damage, 11.1 crit damage. And then for the holster, I put on here armor. Like I said, I rolled 2 to blue, and this is my second one. So 170k for the armor, and then 4.8 for the crit chance. And that is the build, you guys. So what I tested it against earlier, just to be as clear as possible, is this right here. So Intimidate amplifies your damage by 35%, and that's the same in PvP and PvE. So there's that. Now you can see the difference here. One gives you amplified damage and the other one gives you additive damage. However, if I go to my backpacks, the ones I were testing against each other, and here we go. So one is Adrenaline Rush and the other one is Versatile. Now this is for PvE, so you can see that I get 35% amplified damage in PvE, which is the equivalent to that Intimidate, so it's a no-brainer that it hits harder in PvE because I get the exact same amplified damage and I get Gunslinger. But for the PvP community, you can see it drops down to 25%, but still, this up against Adrenaline Rush, it's a no-brainer. And there you guys have it. Now, jumping to the skills. I use the Jammer Pulse with the Gunner Specialization for the 2 mods. I get 15% radius from the directional transmitter, and I get 15% effect duration from the microwave amplifier. And then for my other one, I'm using the Seeker Mine Explosive Seekers. This one is basically just to track my enemies. So say they're hiding behind a car, maybe they're down a hallway, maybe I don't know if they're on the right side of the doorway or the left. What I do is I throw the Seeker Mine out there, it'll track them, show me where they are. If they start to run, it'll show me that as well, and it'll do some damage. So in PvE, this will do 1.2 million damage, and that's just, stock. That's not with any, bonuses. And then for PvP, it's at 229.5k explosive damage. Not bad. And then let's see, let's finish off with the stat sheet. Alright, so here's the stat sheet for the Vector. I'm just under 93k base damage in PvE, and in PvP I'm just under 31k base damage. This is with 45.9 crit chance and 141 crit damage. I also have 70 headshot damage. Let's go to the offensive tab. 75% all weapon damage bonus with 55% SMG damage bonus. So every time I'm using this weapon, I get 130% damage bonus total. That's why I'm using the Vector. This burst damage from the Vector is ridiculous. Gear talents, again, I'm running Versatile with Gunslinger. It's a no-brainer. And then for the defensive tab, 1.1 million armor basically on the dot, with 330k armor on kill. I also have 330k health with 330k health on kill. Now going to the explosive resistance and hazard, remember that my watch level, this is my disclaimer for all my build videos, I am over 1000 in my shade levels, or my watch levels, which means that my watch is completely maxed out. So if you are not shade level 1000 or higher, you will not have certain numbers and certain attributes like I do. So make sure you max out your watch to level 1000 and you should be good to go. For anyone watching this that's over 1,000, you don't have to worry about it. You should be able to get the exact same numbers as me. But that's it, you guys. Here is my Gunslinger Versatile. I guess this is my version 2 because I did one a long time ago that Cold Boy wanted to copy. And here's my next one. So we'll see if he pops up out of nowhere with another one as well. But this is actually the hardest hitting SMG like amplified damage build in the game. I'm utilizing the Hunter's Fury, utilizing the Gunslinger, and I'm utilizing the Versatile. This is a monster build. If you guys truly know how to run Gunslinger and Versatile, I would highly recommend you try this. This will melt anything. I'm telling you, it will melt anything. I had my buddy AU God of Death test it in the DZ with me when I was testing the Versatile Gunslinger versus the Intimidate, and it was a no-brainer. He was rocking a tier 5 shield and 1.7 million armor at the same time, and with one clip, 45 rounds in my magazine, I got his shield completely gone and he was down to health. That's ridiculous. This gun will straight blast anybody. That's it, you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some more gameplay, because at the beginning of this video I was showing you me testing it against the Intimidate. So now I'm going to show you some gameplay of me just melting MFers in the Dark Zone and in Conflict. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Supply drop being claimed by friendly. The Specialization supply drop was just picked up by a friendly.
An agent needs assistance.
Reinforcements are running low.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
You're halfway through the fight.
Vital signs critical. Fire the boost. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Agent down. Serious trauma detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down.
A Specialization supply drop has been arranged for you.
An agent needs assistance. Agent down. Rogue explosive. Allies are acquiring the boost. The boost has been taken by allies. Rogue fixer drone detected. Agent down. An agent needs assistance.